Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about one of my absolute favorite speaking techniques. I call it the rubber band speaking technique. And it is what it is. It's just using a rubber band to stretch while you speak. That helps you stretch your voice features, such as the length of words that you're saying, as well as the pitch of the words that you're saying. I can't tell you how many times I've put a simple tool like this rubber band in someone's hands, and it has totally transformed how they speak. Let's go through this exercise step by step with examples. There's 4 main steps to practice and learn this rubber band speaking technique. Step number 1 is simply find something stretchy. It could be a rubber band like this. It could also be an exercise band you might have at home, or even something like this that's used to pull back long hair. Anything stretchy will do. Here are a couple examples. Step number 2 is to do a little warm-up exercise. This is a shifting stress exercise where you take the same 5 words, stress the first one, then the second one, third one, and so on. Let me demonstrate how this goes. You see the words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first time I say them, I'm just going to stretch on the word 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this time as I'm going through, you see this word long vowels. Long vowels. We're just going to practice elongating the vowel in the highlighted words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can go through a second time and focus on pitch. Pitch means the musical note of your voice. Sometimes our voices can be high and sometimes they can be low. So this time as you stretch, I want you to think about the height or the higher pitch when you say each of these highlighted words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a nice way to stretch in length and pitch by just counting to 5. You can also pick a list of 5 other things, for example, 5 colors. Red, blue, green, orange, black. Red, blue, green, orange, black. You can say 5 fruits or 5 days of the week, any 5 things, and you can practice this simple shifting stress exercise. The third step is to practice stretching with a reading passage. Here I have highlighted some words in a simple reading passage that I found on Wikipedia, and we're just going to stretch and stress the highlighted words. As you stretch and stretch, you're going to see me pull the rubber band this way, so that can remind you to elongate your words, but also don't forget about the pitch change as well. You can do both simultaneously, and you'll hear me use both simultaneously as I read this passage. Let's begin. Public speaking, also called oratory or oration, has traditionally meant the act of speaking face-to-face to a live audience. Today, it includes any form of speaking, formally and informally, to an audience, including pre-recorded speech delivered over a great distance by means of technology. Confucius, one of many scholars associated with public speaking, once taught that if a speech was considered to be a good speech, it would impact the individual's lives, whether they listened to it directly or not. His idea was that words and actions of someone in power can influence the world. As you notice, my words that are not stretched are kind of low and in this pitch range and have kind of an even rhythm, da, 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 da. But when I get to a highlighted word, you hear my word get stretched out a little bit longer, the vowel becomes longer, and my pitch goes higher. Let me read that last sentence that I just read again. Can influence the world. If it's not highlighted, if it's not in bold, keep your voice short, low, keep your words low and short. Here's the last paragraph. Public speaking is used for many different purposes, but usually some mixture of teaching, persuasion, or entertaining. Each of these calls upon slightly different approaches and techniques. Now let's move on to step number 4. Shifting stress in your sentences. If you are preparing for the EPI, the English Proficiency Interview, you have likely been working on many key terms, the definitions for many key terms. And we always start with a super simple short statement at the beginning. I want you to choose 10 of your key terms and think about those short statements that you say at the beginning. We're going to use those and practice the stretching technique. So pick one to start with, and I want you to think about which words in that sentence could be stressed, or which words are the most important. Then say that sentence out loud and practice stretching with your rubber band. Say the sentence again and try some different words. Maybe the sentence didn't feel quite right to you. Try shifting that stress to a different word to see if that feels more comfortable. Continue repeating that sentence several times until what you're saying, excuse me, feels natural and sounds natural coming out of your mouth. Let's do the key term catalyst, for example. A catalyst is a material that you can add to a chemical reaction to help the reaction go faster or to help the reaction use less energy. You can repeat this with all of your key terms that you've been practicing with the simple statements that you start with. Last but not least, step number 5 is using this stretching and stress method, the rubber band stretch technique, in more normal speech. So here you see I have 10 questions. They're relatively simple questions. What's your favorite color, food? What's your favorite beverage? So you can pick one of these questions and just start sharing your answer. And when you get to the important words you want to talk about, take a little time and stretch on them. Let me give you an example. What animal do you like most? That's number 5. What animal do you like most and why? The animal that I like most right now in my life is a dog. I have 3 dogs that live in my house right now, 2 small dogs and 1 slightly larger dog. She's about 30 pounds and she's a little bit younger. My 2 small dogs are older and my larger dog is younger. I really love dogs because I think they make great pets. They're always happy to see you, and you can also teach them to be a contributing member of your family. They can help protect you, they can help give you exercise, and they can also challenge you to learn new things with your dog as you teach them new things as well. That concludes our 5 steps for this rubber band speaking technique. Again, This is one of my favorite techniques. I hope you try it out, and I hope you let me know how it goes as well. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.